You out here hard dicking me, asshole?
I can't hear you.
We got to get to your new favorite segment, and it is Wexley Spills the Tea. Give it to him, baby.
And the first bit of tea we're going to start off with, obviously we love to go with the WWE news, and the very big news popping off very recently, right before we recorded this, the WWE Network gets a deal in Indonesia to be on Disney+.
Weird. Dude, when I first read that too, I read it on comicbook.com, and it was like a total clickbait thing because it made it sound like it was just going to Disney+, and I was like, what? Lost my mind for a second. I had to like read it twice before I noticed.
Yeah, that's when you sent me the text, and I was like, yeah, dude, but it only in Indonesian. Then we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Well, that initial reaction, but I will say this. Peacock just showed that they lost a whole lot of money this year doing their service.
Really?
So if they're losing money, that means WWE's probably losing money, and I could possibly see them moving to the Disney Plus in the USA here in the near future if Peacock keeps tanking. Sorry, if Peacock keeps tanking. Can't fucking talk now.
I think that Sony and 20th Century Fox are going to be doing their own, like Fox is going to have their own streaming service at some point, and the rumor has it is that NFL Network is going to be through the Fox service, which is going to be crazy if that happens.
Yes,
I mean, because it's like, honestly, it's like, what else does Fox really have? I mean, I know they already have some NFL games, but it's like, what else do they really have that's like a, an exclusive license? It's like, to me, if you get the NFL Network and you can get Red Zone on a streaming service, bro, like, I mean, I would be done with pretty much most other streaming services.
Dollar signs in their eyes.
Yeah, so hopefully that works out for them, but we'll see. What else we got, man? What else we got?
All right, so some other news. The big news this week on NXT 2.0 wasn't even wrestling, if you saw the news. It was all about boobs.
I did not see the boobs.
Some singer named Ali J did a performance, and she came out with Carmelo Hayes and what's the other dude? Trick Williams? Is that his name?
I don't know.
Fuck. Carmelo Hayes and his like sidekick guy. They like came out with her, and all I saw the next day, I didn't watch it live, was just like all over Twitter were just boobs, boobs, boobs.
My goodness.
That's the only thing they talked about from the show was the boobs. I don't even know if any wrestling even took place, because this is all I saw all over Twitter.
Poor NXT. R.I.P.
The horny wrestling fan base on the internet just could not give it up. They were just going hard with it.
Could not contain themselves, huh?
So I guess going to that same segue of women, which is not a very good transition, but Trish Stratus declared for the Rumble. Another legend joining Mickie James and Lita. So I wish it would have been a real surprise, to be honest, but WWE, they're trying to get more people to order it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. I think so.
I mean, that's pretty cool. And also in the men's Rumble, Shane O'Mac apparently
is going to go. I did not hear that. I'm hyped to hear that. I mean, come on, dude. Anytime you can hear "Here Comes the Money," have the guy come out and get a payday and take a bump over the top. Why not?
Okay,
dude, how crazy would it be if they put him over too? Oh, that'd be so fun.
I could see them doing that, because that's.
I could totally see them doing that. That's so funny. I hope they do. I really do. I hope they do. I'm being totally genuine. I hope they put him over.
Only if he wears the Vince McMahon ECW champion gear with the do-rag like Matt Cardona was doing. Because that's just fucking hilarious to me. And speaking of more Rumble stuff, I don't know if this was intentional, an accident, or if it's real or not, but BT Sports WWE tweeted out this thing about Okada following the footsteps of AJ Styles and debuting in the Rumble. And I'm not sure if that was like an accident thing, or if we may be getting some Kazuchika Okada maybe as
his deal with New Japan up? Because they're not putting Okada in the Rumble unless Okada's with them.
Nah, I heard Vince said he wanted to do a Forbidden Door type entrance thing, like a one-off.
Yeah, I don't think it's Okada though. I'm more certain than ever that it's Chris Jericho now, especially with like this end of the Inner Circle kind of vibe they got going on. It makes perfect sense to me.
And I don't see anybody from AEW showing up over there, but hey, you never know. We could see anything happen this Sunday. And another thing, WWE knew some pretty funny stuff. Randy Orton said the only reason him and Riddle get along so well is because he's the only guy who can grow his favorite strain. And he said, "No, I'm serious." Which I think is hilarious, which even if it's a joke or not, that's cool.
Doesn't matter.
Because I enjoy burning too, so burn one, Randy.
Yeah, totally.
Burn one, Randy. Jack Gallagher, former WWE Cruiserweight guy, just signed with Bare Knuckle Boxing.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes, gentleman Jack Gallagher is now signed on with bare knuckle boxing. Guess going by his real name.
Jesus.
And he's kind of got a beard grown out, looking a little rugged.
Okay.
Because apparently
Whatever.
he did stuff like that before he wrestled too. He did like some fighting, boxing type crap. So hey,
good for him.
Yeah, crazy. So let's transition away from the WWE and the only kind of like indie stuff we got going, because we're going to talk about GCW. But the night before that big show, they had the establishment of the Independent Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
And about 4 or 5 people were inducted, but the main ones, that I'll go over, Jerry Lynn, Homicide, and Tracy Smothers, which, yeah, Tennessee, got to have that representation in Tennessee there. And Jerry Lynn, hey, he basically lived in Tennessee for a long time. So.
Long time. Yeah. Big fan of Jerry Lynn. Yeah, big fan.
And Homicide, I liked him back in the TNA days. We'll get into his current work here in a little bit. But, dude, AEW, they've been on a hot streak. They've been killing it. Last week's Dynamite was great, but this week, Beach Break in the middle of winter in Cleveland, which is still hilarious to me.
Hilarious, yeah.
And they even had Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks do an interview at the beach. And he had like a fur coat and like no shirt. Yeah. And like Tony Schiavone was like, "Why the hell are we out here?" And they're like, "Dude, we're at the fucking beach." I love that shit. That coat was fucking awesome. Good stuff there. But this whole show was amazing. Have you got a chance? I know you haven't got a chance to check out the entire thing, but the opener,
dude, what a banger! Jesus, Lord in heaven, how people can shit on Cody Rhodes it's crazy to me. It's crazy. I don't understand. He delivers in the ring every single time. He's a great promo every single time. It's like people just don't like you. It's like you have to hate a babyface. You just have to. You cannot like a white meat babyface. Not allowed.
I hate his like overly American bullshit, his character, but this match, he leaned into some heelish stuff a little bit, and I liked it. He leaned into it a little bit.
Being him though, which is, I mean, I don't know.
Past couple weeks, I like what Cody's doing. He's like, I'm not babyface or a heel. I'm just gonna fucking do what I'm gonna do. And get over or not, and you can boo me or cheer me, but I'm going to go out there and fucking kill it. And that is exactly what him and Sammy Guevara did. Some shit I've never seen before went down last night. Just insane spots. Like that stalling vertical suplex off the ladder, like the balance and precision it takes to just hold him on that ladder like that and not just slip and fall. Dude, insane.
Well done.
He even
Very
said
well done.
In an interview, like a little promo post-show, he's actually still really doesn't have a contract, and he's working on a handshake deal right now. Not even on payroll.
I will say that the GCW referees could definitely learn from AEW. And I don't know if you noticed this, but after the end of that stalling suplex, you could clearly see a referee with his entire body holding on to the bottom of the ladder.
So, yeah. They fucked my boy up.
We'll get there.
We'll get into that. Man. Great show. They announced Hangman Page versus Lance Archer in a Texas death match in 2 weeks. They could have made it in 3 weeks, so it could be on my birthday, but in Nashville. But they made it in 2 weeks. So
it is what it is.
Pretty good, because it's going to be in Texas, obviously. I mean, you don't want to have a Texas death match in Tennessee. That would work.
It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show regardless.
They'll try to work some cowboy shit, I'm sure, with Hangman in Tennessee. Makes a lot of sense.
Totally.
And dude, the main event, the lights out fucking hardcore, whatever you want to call it, lights out non-sanction match between Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy. It was crazy. It was great too. I
didn't get to see it, but I heard a lot of good things.
A whole different style than that crazy ladder match, but it was still crazy, insane. We got the debut of the newest member of All Elite Wrestling, Danhausen.
Finally,
yes, I think he
also I don't know how they're gonna use him, and I really hope it's not like an evil version of Orange Cassidy. I really hope it's not like. It needs to be funny because he is funny. I get that.
He can have a feud with Orange Cassidy and do that, but that doesn't need to be his whole shtick.
That would be so good. God, that would be so good.
And they can actually wrestle. They can
No, that's what I'm saying. And so it does give me a lot of faith that the very first thing they do is they put him with Adam Cole. I mean, that to me is okay, all right, you're gonna show that he can actually wrestle and he's not just a gimmick, because the dude can go bell to bell. His gimmick is fucking hilarious. There's no way around it. He's really funny. But he's also a really good bell-to-bell worker.
Yeah, I mean, amazing. Speaking of, I even made a tweet out earlier, Danhausen, MJF, Mance Warner, AJ Gray, Alley Catch, countless others. I'm, forgetting names. Our boy Nick Iggy defeated Effie. Yeah. AJ Gray on that show, too, but Nick Iggy defeated Effie. I saw all of them on the Southern Underground Pro Show. First one I ever went to back in 2018. And now all of them are fucking killing it in huge spots. And it's great. It's amazing to see. Mance Warner, another one. I became a fan of him that day. He pulled out a pocket knife during a match. Never seen that. Just they're great wrestlers, great
Good old
personalities,
Manster,
just good stuff, and I like seeing all of them prosper, and they're still doing great. Good shit.